Welcome back to another episode in our All Pro film series. Today we got first team All Pro Stone Cold Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. So once again we're going to do run stuffs, and then we're going to do sacks. So Falcons up first. We're going to just let this play through on the sideline view, and then we'll get into it with the end zone copy. So again, Falcons very heavy wide zone. Been that way for a while, for whatever reason. All right, Chris Jones is right here. Looks like he's play side. And you can see, how they have this set up where they're kind of overloading this side, leaving that A gap open, putting Chris in the B gap. Well, really, it's kind of a 4-man. Nah, I take that back. What's happening is you got a real condensed splits. That's why this looks like this. This is a regular 4-man, and then they just bring the safety down. All right, so outside zone, tough job because this guard has to get all the way outside of Chris Jones' shoulder, and he gets there a little bit, but they have a stunt, and so I guess the end goes inside, or I'm not sure what they call it, but that kind of leaves him. So that guy has to take 97, leaving I believe the center to deal with Chris Jones, and he's a little out of position. So now he's got that outside arm free. 97 does a good job of forcing this back inside. Bijan cuts, and Chris is kind of in the mix. And I said this before, no shade, but it'd be interesting how they give out stats to some of these star players. 98 really makes the play. Chris fights back to get into it, but we got a nice big collision here. All right, moving on. Why? I literally checked this already. I prepared this time, and it still does that. I literally played to make sure it worked. Okay. Anyway, Saints. See what we got under center. All right, I see a pull. Obviously, well, it's a no gain, not a loss. All right, let's see what we end up having. Chris Jones is right here. I think he typically plays the 3 for them. We got 2 tight ends. We got ace formation look. Okay, what in the world is going on? Yeah, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. They mess up. So the tackle pulls the guard looks like he kind of. Hold on, sorry, my bad. All right, backside guard is pulling. So I don't know if this was supposed to be a double team or what, but they did not do a good job. 64 completely leaves Chris Jones on his side and tries to climb to the next level, and 75 obviously is out of position to really handle Chris Jones like that. So now the puller gets caught up in the mix, and I'm guessing they were supposed to kick out this edge player for a little trap or whatever. And since he's there, obviously running back can't go there. Yeah, 83 came. I guess it was supposed to be a little counter, and it just all got messed up. But let's look at Chris real quick. Like, again, they didn't block him. He kind of gets pushed down the line, but he squares back up, sees the back, just makes a play. Just makes a smart play. That was a mess. All right, moving to the Raiders. Double tight ends. All right, big loss. Let's see what's going on here. Like I said, we got 2 tight ends. So heavy set. Chris Jones is right here again in that 3 tech. kind of like a 4-eye, but whatever. I don't know if this was supposed to be a draw play or what, but as you can see, Chris Jones beats this man pretty easily. Just quick swims him. I mean, they set up kind of like a light pass rush, so I mean, we know Chris Jones now has a rush the passer, so hits him with a quick swim, just like it was a pass rush. I mean, he's in the backfield. Nasty. Let me let that play through for y'all. Just good hands. I mean, like, some people might be, oh, do they know that's coming? Oh, man, you rep that. You rep it so your hands have muscle memory, and you just, you work your moves based on kind of how the block is approaching you. Okay. Buffalo Bills. And another attack full loss. Chris Jones in the backfield working against Deion Dawkins, Pro Bowler. All right, so we got 4 on the line. They got two tight ends. They got an ace. Technically, really, you got 5 on the line because Tranquil's walked up. But either way, 3 technique again. Chris Jones. That's where he likes to live. And so we got looks like an outside or wide zone, whatever you want to call it. And again, just not. I mean, that tackle's not in position to really get Chris Jones, and the way they're lined up, nobody's wrong here. That's just Chris Jones beating Dawkins. I mean, Edwards doesn't get a hand on him. He sees it. He's running. He's got his feet moving. He's playing at a great angle. But as I said, when you get backside plays, play side has to do their job. So just looking there, I mean, we see the edge for the most part is set. You can't really go in there. So really it's just a cutback, and Chris Jones is already there. All right, next up, Buffalo again. All right, this time they're in the spread look. Do have a tight end on the backside. That's no game. Not sure what happened there. Dawkins is out. Chris Jones here looks like I'm not sure if they. I don't know if they're supposed to be in 22 or what, but whatever. They're a little tighter. So let's see what this play is first of all. Yeah, it looks like an inside zone. And again, so I mean, this is supposed to be a zone double team between these two, but you lose half of the double team because Chris Jones sheds them. Again, uses his momentum against them, swims them. This guard coming backside, he's got this half, but nobody's got that half, and that's where the play's going. So 75 can't do anything. And again, good job with the ricochet, just making sure that he keeps that those hands off him, keeps his outside arm free, or his play side arm really here. Just ease that up. I mean, honestly, let me see, because Tranquil does a good job punching it as well, but Chris has already beat the play. I mean, actually, Tranquil kind of gets blocked for no reason. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all Chris Jones right there. Let's see. Zone, contact. Boom. I mean, he's doing a good job too. I mean, nobody's bad, but Chris Jones just really single-handedly makes that play, because if they hold him for even a second, they might have a chance up here, but Chris Jones makes that play. Completely shuts that down. All right, Raiders again. All right, loss for 1. I think I saw a puller. Let's see what we got. Chris Jones again, that 3 tech. We got a lot of guys on the line this time. Hold on. All right, we got two tight ends, so we got an ace. Somebody's pulling. What am I missing? All right, so the guard Chris Jones is lined up over, is pulling, tackles, blocking, down. Not sure what play that is. Maybe just like a quick little trap. I don't know what you call it. But I like it. I like it. You coming up here in the C gap. You hoping to seal this 54 off and come right up here in the C gap. But that's not what happens. Let's see. Alright, so what happens is Nick Bolton fills the gap. That's why it doesn't happen. Nick Bolton gets right into that C gap where it's supposed to hit. Doesn't happen. Chris Jones, I mean, he's maintaining leverage with his man. And he just kind of jumps in and helps, to be honest. Yeah, that center's supposed to get Bolden trying to cut him off. But, I mean, Bolden just reads it too quick. He's gone. And yeah, good job. I mean, good job by the whole D-line, just maintaining their gaps. That's how it's supposed to look. All right, this is the Browns. I wouldn't have known if not for that logo. All right, loss of 2. Out of the shotgun. Looked like a zone. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention that hard. All right, everybody's zone steps, but it looks like pass pro. I don't know why did they have such a soft zone step. It like they look like they're in pass protection. I don't know if this is supposed to be a RPO or what. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's happening here. So everybody steps down. We're in zone. I mean, there's no movement. I think that's really what it is. Everybody on defense has like penetration as far as pushing the pocket back. I don't know why the zone step. I guess again maybe it was an RPO, but it was such a soft step. Everybody, the line of scrimmage is already pushed, so there's nowhere to go play side. So he tries to cut back, and everybody just does a good job pursuing. Chris Jones sheds his block and gets in the mix. Okay, Houston Texans. All right, we got a little toss zone. Loses a lot of yards. Let's see what we got. And we got 2 extra. I think that's a lineman, but basically 2 tight ends plus the fullback. All right, a little motion. Chris is in his 3 tech. All right, wide zone. So again, as a backside defender, playside has to do their job. And honestly, really, they didn't, because playside got sealed off. I mean, Bolden probably would have made a play, but probably would have had a better chance here. For whatever reason, Mixon cut it back early. 69 did his job. I mean, yeah, just beat his guy. Made Mixon cut back. Jones gets off his block, getting held, and backside pursuit. Same thing we saw with Cam Hayward. All right, those are our run stuff. So only 5 sacks this year. Well, I won't say only, like that's bad, but 5 sacks. A lot goes into getting a sack and all that stuff. All right, this is the Baltimore Ravens. So this week 1. Under center. Oh, I remember this play. Yep, the fumble. All right, let's see from the end zones. We saw play action. Chris Jones is right over here in that 3 tech. Or actually, he's not in the 3 tech. What am I talking about? He's head up. He's in a 4. All right, so they got 2 guys, but he's working this tackle. All right, let's see, because he's gonna get upfield. Yeah, this look at these feet are dead feet. He's working upfield. That's already a bad sign. I don't know if he didn't understand which way they was rolling or what, but either way, he had inside help and he's dead feet. So Chris Jones easily gets off of him, works upfield. Guard is not able to help because again, that's the tackles area. And so now he's in Lamar's face. Lamar tries to step up and Chris just catches an arm enough to make him fumble. Good shrink. Oh my God. Good shrink on the strip. And then, yeah, I mean, just the clean technique as far as rushing and passing. All right, Chargers. Look like we got some type of game going on. Oh, 3rd and really long. All right. Quicker pressure. Let's see. We got a tight end in here. Again, like you see. Got one of them exotic looks. So he's all the way outside the tackle. He's in a 5 tech. And this guy's in a 9. So coming up field. They're working a stunt. I mean, he just beats his man. It's a clean rush. And I like Sawyer, but feet aren't quick enough. Chris is beating him upfield. And then, of course, you're going to lean. Or he ain't even really lean, but he keeps his hips tight to that hoop. That's just bad feet by Sawyer. I mean, not terrible feet, but not good enough. Obviously, there's pressure on the other side, too. Both causing Herbert to step up. Chris is able to make that play. I'll let that play through. Just so you can see that pass rush. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it. All right, next. That's 1. All right, Chargers again. Chris Jones on the edge again. All right, let's see. We got pressure. I don't know how the down and distance is, but yeah, top of the drop, he's already under pressure. So I wouldn't say coverage sack, but cleanup sack for Chris Jones, who falls back in and cleans up on the pressure that was created. So let's see. Yeah, it's a tight end out here. So I think Chris Jones working one-on-one with a tight end. Yep. I mean, that's never a good. I mean, there's nothing to say. He's not going to be able to block Chris Jones just off pure power. And then, again, good eyes. What I always call it is feet always moving to the quarterback. And any All-Pro, any of these top D linemen, you're going to see that. Feet are always moving to the quarterback. Get near the ball, good things happen. People that stop and just watch, those are the ones that don't make plays. All right, so next up, we got the Raiders. So this is going to be number 3. And we're in the white zone, too. All right, obviously a coverage sack. Who is this? Aiden O'Connell. I don't know why he didn't just run, but whatever. He really wanted to make that throw. All right, so again, we see that where they kind of overload the edge, probably for a stun or something. They go straight up rush. I don't know who 66 is, but he got worked. It's hard to, hold on, let me slow it down. These have been playing slower today for whatever reason, so I've been letting it rock. But all right, so he tries to do a jump move. He gets popped in the chest. Guy kind of catches him, but he doesn't stop his feet again. All right, I tried to do my little jump rip or whatever. It didn't work. All right, I'm still in contact. Full extension. So tackle's got distance. So let me work my rip. Let me sink my hips and start running that hoop. And that's where bad offensive linemen always lose. They don't move their feet. His feet are in the same spot they've been. And Chris Jones is just running towards the quarterback. And just pursuit there. Now, I guess I see why he didn't run it, because he ain't fast and he had two guys right there. But must have been third down. But yeah, I mean, it ain't hard, man. With the good D lineman, it ain't hard, especially when it comes to pass rush. I mean, it ain't easy to do. I should say it's not complicated. But just because something's simple doesn't mean it's easy to do. That's what I should say. Like, it's only a few things to make you great, but it's hard for people to consistently do them. All right, so we see Chris coming off the edge again against the Raiders. This is number 4. So he's straight up playing D and Karloffis is in the middle or in the interior. I'm sure they like to run blitz and stunts off of this. All right, they change it up. Look like they was about to blitz, and they rush 4. So one-on-one with a tackle. Not sure who he is. Chris beats him to the edge already. Then he just, rips and lean. Like I said with the edge rushers, that's all you need. I mean, let's see. Let's see what happens. What do the feet look like? Late feet. Chris got a good jump. The snap got mistimed or something. The quarterback wasn't even ready. So Chris got a good jump. This tackle's late. He lost to the edge. And then at this point, when you lean and rip, there's nothing you can do. Look at him sink those hips. Get around that hoop. Done. Easy peasy. Wait, this number 5? Man, I cannot count. Let's see. 2 Raiders. Oh, I forgot about the one in Baltimore. All right, that is it for Stone Cold Chris Jones. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get the conversation started. Share it around. Thumbs up, subscribe. Hope to see you next episode.